Hello everyone, it is me, Matsimus, and thank you for being here today. Happy 2019, by the way. It's a new year and a new start to the channel, and including that, I thought I'd start in discussing something that I thought was quite pertinent to starting a new year and a fresh start, and, you know, being true to yourself and true to your goals and your dreams and all that sort of stuff. Tank is alongside me. We're driving back after the Christmas/holiday season back home. We visited family for most of the time, and we're just heading home. So recently I've been having a couple of discussions with people about, you know, where they feel that they are in their lives and where they feel they should be, and, you know, they're not happy where they are and they're not comfortable as to the situation that they're in. And, you know, for me recently, and well, maybe not recently, for quite some time, that pertains very much to me also. You know, I've been in places where I'm not happy, I'm not where I want to be, I should be somewhere else, I should be doing other things, but this life doesn't allow you to do that. And I think a lot of people give themselves a really hard time about that. Like, I myself beat myself up over it all the time. Like, I tell myself, you know, if you'd have made this choice, if you'd have made that choice, things would be different, you'd be happier, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, it's a really silly mentality to have. It's a really bad way of looking at things, to try and tell yourself, if you'd have done it this way, it would have been all this and all that. You know, many people ask me, Matt, why on earth did you leave the British Army? Why on earth did you leave the UK? Why did you move to Canada? Why did you join the British Army? Why did you join the Canadian Army? Blah, blah, blah. All these different, you know, questions that people, I guess, judge upon my decisions and the way I've chose my life to go. And, you know, that's fine. That's the way it goes, being on YouTube, but people have the right to ask questions and such. But what I find, and since talking to people, is a lot of people find that certain decisions that they make are so bad that they're going into depression over it. They're going, like, so upset and so stressed that it's really eating them up inside. And I always say to myself, you can't really change the past. What has happened, and you move on from it. And I know a number of people who have said that they're in positions or places or roles or jobs or social groups or whatever else it may be that they're just not proud of. They're really ashamed and dissatisfied as to where they are, what's put them there, and the decisions and choices they've made. And, you know, again, I can to some regard relate to that. I've had my own ups and downs, many ups and downs in the past several years of being in Canada and moving away and starting a whole new life. But the one thing I want to try and touch base on today is to be proud of what you are and what you're doing. It's 2019, it's a new year, it's a new start, and the last thing you want to do going into this year is bringing that baggage or that stress or that, I guess, what's the word? I don't really have a word for it, that's the hardest part. But you don't want to be going into the new year with all this heavy weight upon your shoulders, thinking about how you shouldn't be proud of what you are, shouldn't be proud of what you're doing, shouldn't be, you know, in the same situation over and over again, whatever it may be. Look, there's only two ways you're going to be able to fix what's happened to yourself in the past or the present. You need to start acting upon making your life where you want it to be. Now, unfortunately, for some of us, and most of us, we can't be where we want to be because we just physically cannot do it. Or we don't have the ability to, the functions, the social standing, the family standing, the health standing, whatever it may be, we just can't do it. And that's where we've really got to look at thinking outside the box and saying, okay, well, I can't do these things. I can't go into 2019 wanting to be this and wanting to be that, because it's impossible. Now, I'm not saying give up on your dreams, give up on your hopes, or those things that are very difficult to reach. What I'm saying is be realistic with yourself, and if you want to change your life, then go about doing it. But don't beat yourself up over it. Don't give yourself a hard time, because believe it or not, most of the things that you're thinking and telling yourself in the back of your mind that are stressing you out and making you feel like, you know, you are this bad person, or you're not doing what you want to do, or you're having a rough time, it's all in your head. It really is. And for those people who are bringing you down and saying, you know, you're not this and you're not that and you should be ashamed and blah, 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 they should take a step back a little bit and talk to themselves and really, you know, judge upon themselves as to whether they're all these good and great things, and if they are, good for them. And, you know, being a judge of others is a really bad way of saying that you and your judge of character is not at its finest. Judging upon others is really not a smart move overall, unless it's for the benefit of that person. And you shouldn't be judging people. You should be assisting them, supporting them, guiding them, mentoring them. And if you're one of those people that are doing that, and good for you, and I have a massive respect for those out there who are supporting and guiding, mentoring, and helping others in the day-to-day. You know, the Christmas period is a perfect time to see those people who are, you know, stepping aside and, you know, stepping away from their families or their loved ones to go help others who are in need. And to me, that's just, it's amazing. I wish myself I could do more of it, and I have absolutely no excuses for not doing more of it, whether it be volunteer work, all that sort of stuff. And hopefully in 2019, I'm going to be doing a lot more of that kind of thing. I'm looking at doing some charity work for sure, for armed forces charities through Canada, the UK, US, wherever it may be. I'm going to try and look at doing many different options for charity work to provide some sort of, you know, support to those who have provided a ton of support to me whilst I was in the armed forces. So, you know, folks, I just want to really reiterate that 2019 has started. We're here. It's a new year, a new fresh start, all that good stuff. I'm sure many of you are starting to look for your gym memberships, etc., to get your fitness back up. And good, fitness is a great thing. Make sure you look after yourself first and your health and fitness. But, you know, look out for others as well. Look out for those who are struggling. Look out for those who are bringing that baggage with them from 2018 into 2019, and tell them, you know, do you need my help? Do you want to talk? Do you want to listen? Or I'm there to listen. I'm there to support you. I'm there to bring that baggage or drop that baggage off, or whatever is stressing you out from 2018 to 2019. Let's start new. Let's go out with a positive mindset, a positive attitude, because it's going to make you a lot better of a person overall for the next year and for the rest of your life. Now is a perfect time. You know, I hate New Year's resolutions. I don't abide by them. I certainly do not create my own New Year's resolutions because I think they're absolutely ridiculous. Because you're setting yourself up for disaster saying, on a day I will do and start doing this. Why didn't you do it 6 days ago then, on the 24th or 23rd? You're setting yourself up for disaster in some regard when you set a date that you're going to do something. Not all the time, but for me, New Year's resolutions don't work. But it is a day, the 1st of January, which it is, to realize that this is it. This is where I can start doing something new and start changing my life for the better or for the good, or helping others for the better or the good. So please, folks, don't be ashamed of what you're doing right now. Be proud of who you are, where you've come from, what you've done. And if you're going into a new year with a tough reality, and there's a lot of things that you can't change or you're going to have a hard time with, because at the end of the day, life isn't all, you know, roses and bubbles. It's tough. Life can be very difficult sometimes. However, we need to be the ones around each other that look after those who are having that tough time and supporting them. And I'm going to try my best to find those people who are in my, you know, my family and my social groups or whoever it may be, who I can try and help and support, you know, and hopefully they'll do the same for me, because I'm certainly not peachy and doing well in my life. I'm not this perfect individual that thinks 2019 is going to be a-okay, because it certainly is not going to be. I've got a lot of challenges myself this year that are going to be very difficult, but I have to go into it headstrong and tell myself, you know what, we got to get through this, we got to do it, and let's just get on with it, because beating yourself up over whatever happened last year or whatever's about to happen, it's not a good time. Do what you have to do to make yourself in a comfortable place, mentally, physically, whatever it may be. And if you can't, then ask for help. Ask for people for support. That's what they're there for. Your friends, your family, even people in your work groups, whoever it may be, ask for help, because sometimes we can't always do it on our own, and that's sometimes a harsh reality to wake up to. I know myself, I still every day have a very tough time realizing that I sometimes need support from other people. You know, I need that help. And it's not something you can just learn. It's not something you can just accept, because it's a bitter pill to swallow. You know, some people have never asked for support and have a really, really tough time and get through life quite comfortably. But there are those who could have done with just that little nudge, that little help, or, you know, coercion to bring them into the right mindset to make them a lot happier or more functional in their lives. So, without further ado, folks, I'm going to cut the video short here and say happy 2019, happy new year. I'm really glad you're all here for the journey with me. Be proud of who you are and what you do and what you stand for. Everyone else who tells you otherwise, well, you know what, that's so be it. There's going to be a lot of people out there that don't like you or what you do, and that's in some regard, the greatest thing in life. You know, we're all different. We're not all here to be best pals. We're not all here to get along. That's human life. That's humanity. That's what happens. We're not here to be perfect. and hold hands and sing Kumbaya. We're not going to be like that. But if you do have those who do want to be around you, do want to support you, then embrace that. Take it upon yourselves for the next year to utilize that as best you can to make your life happy, successful, whatever you want it to be. And I can't wait to join the rest of the year with you folks. It's going to be an outstanding year. I've got a lot of stuff planned with the channel. And that's it, folks. Have a wonderful day. All the best, and bye-bye. Say bye, Tank.